Little bit of a pickups video today. This one was an eBay purchase. It was about $40 delivered. Not a bad price for what it is. We'll get this open and you'll be able to see what we're looking at here. There we go. Okay, in this one we have a bunch of PS3 games. We'll get rid of that one. We have Assassin's Creed Revelations, passport manuals, disc itself, if I can get it out, reasonable condition, a couple of marks on it that just wipe off, so there's nothing of issue there. Case in good condition. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter with manual, and a couple of marks on the disc that will wipe off. That's no scratches, so just a couple of greasy finger smudges. So that's Ghost Recon 2. Then we have one of my favourite things, steelbooks. And this steelbook has got a fantastic texture about it. It's got all this sort of rough, rust-like texture on it. And this is Mafia 2. Once again, with manuals. And I'll have to double check that. I think it's only a one disc game. And there's no mention of disc 1 or 2 on this. But it's 2-disc case. So that one sort of interests me, intrigues me a little bit. We'll double check that one. But you know what I'm like, I love a good steelbook, and this one is just a bit of a standout with those extra textures. They've gone a little bit beyond just doing a printed steel case. We have Thief bonus metal case plus bank heist mission. And there's the steel case. Really nice imagery. And we've got the bank heist mission and manual plus the disc, which doesn't want to pop out. There we go. And the disc is in good nick. So this seller obviously looked after their games, because so far we're getting manuals and quality discs on all of them. But not only have we got the steelbook, we've still got the cardboard slip cover on this one, which is a real bonus. We have The Evil Within. I don't know anything about this one, but I'll be intrigued to find out a bit more about it. Disc, once again, excellent condition, manual in play. Includes the Fighting Chance pack. So what that's like, I don't know, but basically zombie fighter type game by the looks of it. Red Faction Armageddon. Once again, manual and disc in great condition. So I won't go through all of these in that way with the rest of them, but just this box I wasn't sure, but I've only got a couple left, and so far everything's great. Army of 2, manual and disc, and we have Conflict Denied Ops. Once again, one I don't know anything about, but army shooter type thing, manual and disc. So for 8 games for $40, including 2 steelbooks and Thief, which I absolutely love Thief, I think this one is a pretty standard one to shout out to the rooftops to say, yep, I've got a good deal there. Moving on, we'll look at another opening. So this is a brand new purchase. This is a Switch game. I've got 2 of these. I'm not sure which one this is. Octopath Traveler 2. So really looking forward to that one. But this one is a little bittersweet for me. And there's a really big reason for that. Octopath Traveler 1, absolutely loved it, and of course I bought the special edition. Unfortunately, the special edition for Octopath Traveler 2 was only available, realistically, if you're overseas. And okay, this seal is a bit knackered, not that it really matters because I'm going to open it and play it, but coming from the shop like that is a bit ordinary. But yeah, the special edition was only available in, realistically, America. To get it anywhere else, you couldn't import it unless you organised a freight forwarding company. So you end up paying freight twice. To land one in Australia, I worked it out, was going to be about $450 to $500. And I'm just not prepared to pay that much for a game that comes with an art book and a few metal busts. And I know there's a metal bust of each of the main characters, but to me that's not $500 worth. And I really think that was poor form on the marketing and distribution of Square Enix in regards to Octopath Traveler 2. To put special editions out in one version, available almost everywhere, and then to not make them available in any other countries bar one on the follow-up, that's really poor form. Not helping your fans at all. So yeah, extremely bittersweet. Love this one. For all reports, that one's even better. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. And the next one, Metroid Prime Remastered. I never actually played the Prime series. I had all the Metroids on my Game Boy when they first came out when I was about 20. Absolutely loved them. They were my favourite game along with Zelda. But I never got into the Prime series. I didn't have a Wii or a Wii U. And it was only more recently that I picked up a Wii U. So I kind of missed that, didn't get into it. Really excited that they're coming out on the Switch, and from all reports, the remastered Prime on the Switch is better than the original by a long shot. So it's one of those ones where it's not a bad thing that I'm late to the game. But jumped out and grabbed that one. Okay, we've got a couple of others. There was a garage sale in the local area, and I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and there was only one item that I saw, and that was a Xbox 360 sports game, which I'm not interested in the sports game, so that was 5 for 15. But the fact that I saw that there on the corner of the couch on the photo, I took a punt that there'd be more there. And sure enough, we have, for the Xbox 360, Lego Indiana Jones and the original adventure, and it's a double pack with Kung Fu Panda. I've not had a double pack like this before that I recall, and I was actually surprised to see it. Made me wonder whether it was a dodgy release or something, but apparently they're a thing. So Lego games I've not been interested in until recently. I started playing on the 3DS the Lego Lord of the Rings, and the comedy in the cut scenes I find very amusing, and the game and the puzzles, although not hard, they are kind of enough to keep you going. So Indiana Jones, always been a fan of. I'm kind of looking forward to playing that one as well. We have Avatar the game, and it's a sealed copy. Still got the Kmart seal on it, saying it can be refunded if that seal's not broken. I'm curious how I'd go if I turned up to the store with this now like that and said I want a refund. But I've got a funny feeling it might be worth more than what they'd be willing to give me anyway. We also have the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, which is a fantastic collection of the Sega Mega Drive. But once again, sealed, still with the Kmart seal on it, in a garage sale, of all things. and they weren't displayed as prime pieces or anything like that. It wasn't a garage sale focused on gaming items. These were just a couple of items stuck in the corner. Then we have Call of Duty Ghosts, and once again, it's a lovely steelbook edition and comes with the manuals and the discs. And this was a EB Games exclusive number of items in that. EB Games being sort of the GameStop of Australia. So those four, $2 each. Absolutely stoked about those. Today I had a little bit of a drive up the road to pick up another one that was on Facebook Marketplace. The person had been asking a bit more than I was prepared to offer, but I made an offer and a week later they came back to me, and that was for a bunch of PS4 games. So we've got Ark Survival, we've got Uncharted, Thief's End number 4. I love the Uncharted, so I'm looking forward to playing that. Now the catch here is I don't have a PS4 or a PS5 at the moment, but I couldn't pass up this. I paid $40 for all of these, and it worked out to about $6.70 a game, which for these I think is not a bad price. Assassin's Creed Syndicate Special Edition. We've got Far Cry New Dawn, and another console with Grand Theft Auto 5. Once again, I'm not really into the Grand Theft Autos. Game built around just doing crime and for the sake of crime, etc. It just never caught me, and somehow I've ended up with quite a number of copies in different deals. Then we have Borderlands 3, which includes the gold weapon and skins pack, which might be a bit of fun. But I love the cover on this one. It's got a bit of the gold kind of reflects if you get it on the right angle. I'm not sure I can get that on camera very well. A little bit there. But Borderlands is a game that I've enjoyed for a number of years and haven't played this one, so I'm looking forward to that. So those PS4 games are $40 for the lot. This is basically the pickups for the last 2 weeks, just keeping my eye out, and to be honest, I think outside of the couple of new purchases, absolute bargain of a deal. And what my takeaway for this is I am having a lot of trouble finding Xbox 360 games out in the wild. There's plenty on eBay, but the prices of them are generally a bit higher than I'd like to pay. PS3 games I'm finding everywhere at reasonable prices right now, and by reasonable prices I'm talking anywhere between $2 and $5 a game. And I'm quite intrigued that I'm coming across quite a few PS4 games at lower pricing. PS5's been out for a little bit, but you know, as we all know, had trouble with getting the CPUs for them and trouble meeting demand on production, so that kind of forces PS4 to have a bit of a longer life. PS5 plays PS4 games, and the extra power they play even better apparently. So the PS4 titles you would expect would still be in demand and still have a reasonably high price, but here they are available at a cheap price. So right now it seems that PS4 and PS3 are a good time to collect. Xbox 360, absolutely a good time to collect, but they're a bit harder to come by. They seem to be more desirable. Xbox One, I've seen their prices have held reasonably high, but there are plenty of them available. But once again, I don't have an Xbox One. I had no intention of buying any Xbox Series at this moment. To be perfectly honest, the number of consoles and names that they've given them all, I found it a bit confusing as to what I should buy, whether it's an X, an S, a One. You know, so once we got past the 360, it was kind of it for me on the Xbox. They just got a little bit too clever. PlayStation, they made it nice and simple. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. You knew where you're at. PlayStation 5 backwards compatible with 4, so I've got a 3, get a 5, I can play most of the games except for the PS2 because my PlayStation 3 is one of the later ones that doesn't have the PS2 backwards compatibility. Not too concerned about that. I think most of the PS2 games, although there's a lot of good ones there, they're only on PS2. A lot of them ended up were ported from PS1 or ended up on PS3 anyway, so it's no big deal. But that's it for this video. Whether you're a player or a collector, happy hunting.